Hello, my name is Dr. Tracey Ulshafer, and I'm the host of a new TV show called The Quantum Healer. I'm really excited about this show. I have been a healing practitioner for over 22 years. I had a thriving yoga studio in central New Jersey for 22 years that just closed last year. But before that, I was an integrated massage therapist, a Reiki practitioner, and I just love holistic healing modalities that continue to help me, and sharing that with others, sharing the tools that I've integrated into Western medicine practices, these Eastern medicine, these new technologies, these ancient practices that can facilitate a greater healing for the human person. So this new television show is all about that, interviewing practitioners who have been using these ancient practices, some in their original form, some in modified forms with new technologies, and then totally brilliant new technologies that also have been created to help accelerate our healing. And that's the age that we're living in. Right now, we are living in such an expanded energy of healing technology as energy and vibration on the planet continue to accelerate and increase. More brilliant people are going to be coming up with all these new technologies or new ways of using ancient technologies that assist the modern person. And so, I love Western medicine. I love all that it offers. I love the amazing, beautiful doctors, nurses, and people who have dedicated their life to our healing. And this is absolutely not a show to knock any of those people, because they went into their profession with wanting to help people at the basis of their work. And they continue to offer things that are helping so many people. And we see advances in those medical technologies all the time, and some really brilliant work that's coming out of Western medicine. For me personally, I have found that a blending of Western medicine and Eastern practices or ancient practices or holistic practices has accelerated my healing capabilities, allowed me to maybe process a healing with less pain or more ease. And so I feel that this integrated approach can really benefit so many people that are suffering. And I am a firm believer that suffering is optional, and that when we are working to heal, we want to really exhaust any avenue that we can. And so I've always been that person, I think, that wants to help people, that's been of service. And I guess it's no coincidence that I'm sitting here next to my grandmother's sewing machine, because she was such a driving force in my life of showing me, never give up, never say never, never say no. Don't accept when a doctor or anyone else tells you your limitations. This was a woman who was very strong-willed and very connected to her higher self. And she exhausted every avenue that she could when it came to her own personal challenges. She was diagnosed very young with polio. So she was quarantined in hospitals as a young person. She spent a lot of time through the medical community. They did some really great work for her through the years, and she always had very nice things to say about her doctors and the people that had worked with her. However, they also had told her many things she would never do, like drive a car or have children. Both of those things that she did, in addition to running a very successful business as a seamstress. She was a force to be reckoned with. And even in her later years, I would see her getting herbal supplements that she read about would help with her diabetes or sugar. She wasn't really diabetic, but with sugar and other issues that she was having, high cholesterol. So I watched her always seeking out alternative treatments, and I think that really landed with me. And I'm not saying that I came to it very quickly. I think that, like many people, I was a little slow to integrate some of these things because you're used to people telling you that from their medical standpoint, this or that, and then you tend to go, okay, I agree. So I have a bad back. I have I had a fracture when I was younger in my spine, which limited a lot of capabilities for me. And really it was through the practice of yoga that I created an inner strength for my spine, and also a flexibility where that compression fracture was, so that instead of not really being able to do very much and then being in pain, I was really able to live a regular life. And again, knowing that I have slight limitations, there's certain things that I have to do, maybe like a regular yoga practices or strength training, core training practice, to continue to invite my body to be healthy and in an optimum state of healing. But I have used things like acupuncture, chiropractic care, herbs, massage therapy, all different types of massage therapies, and now integrating other new technologies that are coming out with frequency healing, sound healing, all of these things that really do increase our body's ability to heal. And I think that that's the key. We already have an immense capability within ourselves to create optimum health. We already possess all of the things that we need within us. This body is miraculous, and there's not anything that I would say you cannot fix, change, heal, whatever the word is that you want to use. If you put concentrated focus and effort and work with modalities that increase your frequency and increase your vibration and allow you to get in touch with all that higher self, that vaster self, the parts of you that integrate all of these healing things and make them happen. You know, some would say spirit or the universe or God, whatever you want to call that invisible energy that assists you. It's like that magical, what's that magical component that takes something, whether it's an herbal supplement or a massage, and allows you to fully integrate it into something that is an optimum healing thing, that you feel better. It is this gentle yet forceful, it's this very unique energy within us that connects to source and allows us to create that optimum healing. So you already have that within you. So all of these different modalities or practitioners that I'm interviewing and talking to on the Quantum Healer, these are people who have been using these to a great success themselves. Many of them who are available for you to reach out to book treatments or inquire about their modalities. And if you're not in the area that these practitioners are working in, my goal is at the end of each show to give you some sort of online resource that would help you to look for a practitioner in your own area or that same technology in your own area, so that you can also look into that. And I think I don't have to tell you all that in the time that we're living in, we have many different healthcare crises, one of which is the exorbitant cost that's associated with being sick, with being out of work because you have an illness, because you have a disease or chronic issue, and all of the costs associated with medicine or doctor visits or tests. And that in and of itself then just creates so much stress on ourselves, on our body, on our mind, on our spirit. And it weighs us down. It brings our frequency down if we're worried about just paying for the cost of things. I guess the unfortunate part of these holistic technologies or treatments is that many of them are not covered by insurance. So it is more of an out-of-pocket expense. I would love to see many of these practices be embraced by insurance companies in a way that is not more of a stressor on the practitioners. So they can just do the work that they need to do to help heal people, but in a way that allows you as a person, if something happens, if you're in an accident or you have an illness that arises and you need particular care, and you know that one of these holistic modalities or new technologies will be beneficial in expediting your healing, that you're able to actually get assistance from our insurance companies for that. And that is something I really want to hold space for. So this channel, it's about holding space for all types of healing, all of it, and for veiling ourselves to things way outside of what we think are available at the moment. Because if we're being completely honest, anything is possible. And that means even within the systems, like our medical system or insurance or pharmaceuticals or whatever these systems, the really big systems that are in place in these areas of our health and wellness and well-being, there's a lot of room for improvement. And I do believe that we can make those changes. And I do believe that at the core of all of them, there is this positive energy of wanting to help people. And so if we can peel out all of the other messiness in there, stickiness in there, and get back to that root, then we can really change the way these systems work so that they benefit everybody. This is something that I'm holding space for in this channel. Healing of even the systems that are in place, that are supposed to be helping us, that often we find ourselves just stuck in a web of paperwork or just all the other things I've already talked about. Another thing I'd like to just leave you with as a thought, because I feel very much that we have always, or we have gotten to a place where we equate healing with pain, or healing with suffering, or healing with, oh, that's going to take a long time, or that's a really difficult recovery. These are the sorts of things we hear all the time. I don't like any of that language. And I feel that the more we say those things or feel those things, the more we get of those things. Why isn't a more expedited healing available to us? Why can't healing happen without pain? Why can't healing be instantaneous? Let's hold space for these things. Let's hold space for, if you catch yourself thinking about your particular issue, going, it's just so difficult, or it's so painful, or this is going to be a really long recovery, all those negative things. If we can switch what we're saying to, it can't be something we don't agree with. We have to agree with it. We have to believe in it when we say it. So we have to switch what we're saying to something that is positive yet true. So the challenge for you in making space for instantaneous healing, say, is that you have to believe in instantaneous healing. You have to believe that that's a possibility, to say, I am healed instantaneously and receive instantaneous healing. So that may feel like a huge stretch for some of you. And so we have to start, maybe peel it back a little bit to something that is more agreeable, more attainable for you, something that you do believe in. So think about those things for you and how you can reword and rethink about what you're saying, because that's all energy and vibration. The words that you're saying about healing hold a vibration and a frequency. And you don't want them to be too low, because if it's a low vibration and frequency, it's keeping you in a low vibration and frequency. But if you bring it to a higher vibrational level, saying I'm in optimum health when I'm not isn't true. So I am on a healing path to optimum health does feel true. And that's something that I can say and believe in, get behind 1,000%. And then if I continue to put that energy of frequency as even saying that, I feel better. You know, when I say something negative, I kind of go like this, and I feel my energy and frequency plummet. But when I say I'm on a path of recovery to optimum healing, it just makes me want to lift up and vibe. I can feel the vibration. I can feel tingling at the crown of my head. It makes me really step into that energy. And now I'm holding space for that. And that is a sacred, sacred place. Holding space for anything is sacred. How about holding space for you? Because our outer world is also a reflection of our inner world. So if everything's messy outside and all we're seeing is conflict and pain and all these things on the outside, we're probably feeling that on the inside, or we've tucked it so far down we don't even feel it anymore, but it's still all locked in there. But if I'm feeling love and I'm feeling healthy and I'm feeling positive, that's going to reflect in my outer world. And I'm going to see people that are happy. I'm going to interact with people that are healthy. My world is going to be different. And so holding space for yourself actually holds space for all of us. We don't have to go out there and heal the world. We have to start here, heal ourselves. And once we heal what's within us, you'll see how that is contributing to healing the world. And that's a beautiful thing. So my continued goal is to share these healing practices that are either currently helping or have helped me with my own life to you, the greater community of what I call One Yoga and Wellness, and expand upon that so that healing can spread. Just like anything spreads quickly. It can spread quickly, but in a positive way, so that we are all functioning in a world where we are happy and joyful, where we are healthy and content. That's the world I want to live in. That's the world I'm holding space for. That's the world I'm hoping to invite you to. The invitation is by watching this show. Keep your mind open, keep your heart open, and anything you feel called to check out, check it out. Show it to friends. If you know somebody in your family or in your friends or in your life that's suffering, that can use something in this show, please share it with them. So that is my continued oath, let's say, to you and to myself. Because each time I interview somebody, I'm also receiving something from them, a little bit of their own healing. And I'm allowing my highest self to integrate that to create this optimum well-being within me. Thank you for watching The Quantum Healer. Thank you for sharing The Quantum Healer. Again, my name is Tracey Ulshafer, and I very much am looking forward to sharing this information with you. Many blessings.